Okay, here we go. Phase 2. We're actually working with a bunyo. The most important and crucial of the bunyo is to pick his weapon, pick the thread, and move the weapon out of the way. We're using a number 6 line, which is directly over the head. By the way, I can use the bunyo on any line. Okay, but right now, like we say, keep it simple, stupid. We want you to internalize this. So as it comes over on top of the head, I'm going to initiate the weapon, and actually the weapon, the force of the weapon, you have 2 forces. When 2 forces meet, that's going to escape through the weakest point. So the minute I make that contact, I'm moving that weapon out of the way. Remember, taking the light hand because that's the next threat. That is the next threat. The threat is not there yet. If he wants, he can use that light hand to disengage my weapon and pull back and reuse the weapon. That is why the sequence hitting on that is so important to me, so he cannot take that weapon away from me. Okay, so here we go. So let's look at it. Let's do it on, well, actually we'll do it on this side, Mr. Rabbit. So let's look at the sequence. Okay, let's how this translates. So when I come in like this, the minute I move, I'm going to take that threat. So I'm going to take this basic threat right here. Now, the key point is, being an experienced martial artist, the minute I engage his weapon, his secondary target, his secondary motion coming in. And this is what the Tai Sabaki, the body shifting, the positioning my line within his line is going to work. I need to create distance and need time to assess and evaluate before that second line, because the second line is going to come very, very fast. So let's look at the basic, and what I'm going to use is a bunyo strike, or basic, just a drop stick. So when he comes in, he comes over 1, he goes to punch, I'm just going to drop the stick straight down. Okay. From this point, let's do this one. From this is I'm engaged. From here, I have 2 options. I can hit him on this side of the head, I can hit him on that side of the head. Or I can go with the flow from the hand, drop the hand, I can flip, and this is where I'm going to go for the disarmament. And then I'll move with my weapons. Okay, so let's look at that in slow motion. So the person comes in, 1, 2, 3, 4, bunyo, striking disarm. Very, very rudimentary concepts. Once again, these are rudimentary concepts. Just so you understand the concept. Now, let's disengage it. Let's say he's even quicker, and I'm going to disengage. So as I go to the bunyo, once he goes to punch, I'm going to move that with the inside lock, and I'm going to just look at the elbow. From here, I'm just going to take him down. Right. Okay, so now that's like an inside sweep on the reverse side. Yeah, cool. So when he comes in, when he goes boom, he's supposed to hit, I pick that hand up, boom up, break the ribs, and get into this point where I can take him down into, we'll say waza, which will automatically use that second weapon out of it. Those are 2 basic variations. Now we can see here all night, we're going to make variation after variation, but those are 2 common variations. We always address the light hand. Third phase, let's see how this translates to my empty hands. It's universal. Whatever I can do with a stick, I can do with a blade. Whatever I can do with a blade, I can do with a knife. Whatever I can do with a knife, I can use my hand. The arts, it's just, they're interconnected. Okay, so let's look how this works in our hands. Sacred hand, I'm going to use my Korinkan. I'm going to look at my Jujitsu. Okay, I'm going to do the same motions I did with my hands. With my stick, I'm going to do the same thing. So it's going to be almost, so as he comes in, I'm just going to do my Payun this way. But as you can see, I still have that threat. When this comes, that one's already triggered. That one's on its way. Do you understand? And this is why it's so important that I shift and move. I stay just outside his range. So when I move, as I'm moving that, I'm creating an obstacle in front of him. He has 2 lines. If he goes to punch me, I own his line. I own his line. If he picks up, if I go Payun, and he picks up my hand, boom, I transfer. So, that's the great thing about Jiu-Jitsu. No matter what he does, I own it. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's follow through. So I'm going to go 1, distract, turn lock, boom. Shoulder, move into position. Quick shoulder separation, works for me. Okay, I got to make a good alibi when the cops come. But then again, he tripped, he fell. But the key point was that distraction. The minute he engaged, I could transfer the energy. I could transfer the energy and take it from that point. Or I could disregard that and just go to the other one. While he's occupying this space, I have this space. So the Payun basically, boom, I'm just going to cut, corkscrew, boom, up, move him into a a shoulder lock. Now the shoulder lock could easily be, say, no, taptoshi, I can do it as taptoshi. I can do it any jujitsu motion I want. I cut, I can do any motion I want. So, move. I can do any throw I want from that position. Right. That is the beautiful thing about Korinkan. Korinkan blends all. Thank you, Sensei. Yoshi. Second phase, blending. Yoshi.